What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Thomas Gallery. Right now I'm just outside, sitting down, rapping with y'all before I go on my jog. And just want to talk to y'all for a little bit. Today I want to talk about I'm speaking for myself. How can I improve myself as an artist? Now, me personally, I always want to find things to work on. I believe, it says you could learn something every day, learn something new every day. I believe that applies to everything. Not just, school or anything, but just in general. So for me, I was thinking to myself, like, what can I improve on as an artist? What can I work on? What do I think I'm lacking in that if I take the time to really, really dig into, I can be better at? And after thinking about that for a while, I thought to myself, what's the one thing that I try my best to steer away from? And I really thought about this. Out of all my drawings, no matter how I want the character to look, what's the one thing that I find myself trying to stay away from so I don't have to confront it? And the idea of textures and surfaces came to mind. What I mean by that is, when you're drawing, when you're making a character or you're making a particular scene, and in that particular scene or on that particular character, there's certain, maybe the person has certain kind of clothing on, like they may have jeans on, or they may have a leather jacket or a patent leather outfit or something like that, or a metallic, something metal. Okay. With those things, with those different materials and items, they have a certain texture to them. They feel a certain way. They look a different way. Okay. They have a different look and a different feel as opposed to the other ones. Leather looks different from cotton or jean material. Jean material looks different from metallic. Okay? The light bounces off of those objects differently. There may be a certain amount of luster on them or a reflective surface. The actual term is called albedo. The albedo number is the number referring to the reflective surface of an object. Like, if something gives no light back, it has 0%. If it reflects all the light back, it is 100%. Okay? So, these items, these materials, where you have wood, like I'm on a wood desk right now, if you can see, wood desk, or a wood table for that matter. And wood has a different texture as opposed to cotton. Okay? So, they look different, they feel different, they smell different, they taste different, they react to light different, they react to the wind different. So, if I want to draw, let's say I want to draw a woman that has on a leather jacket, right? The leather, because of the material, it folds differently when the person bends their arms, when they straighten arms out, when they extend them up, out, or down, or they have any pockets. The material takes on different forms, okay? And because of that, light interacts with it differently. And I figured that in order for me to really get that look, because really the object of the visual arts, for me it is to give the illusion that the object that you are drawing is the actual object in real life. Okay, what I mean by that is, if I want to draw jeans, jean pants, I want to give the illusion that if you were to see it in a drawing or in a painting, that if you would, it will compel you to touch it to see if it's actually gene material. Excuse me. Like that's why I like that realistic effect. That I like art that can sometimes trick the brain into thinking that this what you're actually seeing is real and not a replication of the real. Okay? Like I say, if I want to make a leather jacket, if I want to draw a leather jacket or paint a leather jacket, it always intrigued me that the artist can make that painting of the leather jacket look as though that's actual leather, right? And I believe you can only do that if you know the material, if you study the material well, if you've taken the time to draw the material, paint the material, sketch the material, so you can see what mediums can get the best effect that you are looking for. So I asked myself, like, what's that one thing that I think can really drive home my ideas of what I want to convey. And it comes to textures. And texture is simply what something feels like, or the illusion of what something feels like. Like, you can draw something and you can give the illusion of a certain texture. Or you can actually just use the material itself to feel the texture. Texture is about feel. What something physically feels like and what something visually feels like. So if I were to really critique myself, which I do every day, I'm always critiquing myself. I'm always looking to see where I can improve. To somebody dog was going off back there. I don't know if I could hear that. But if that was ever my biggest critique, it would be that. That would be the one thing that I think I need to work on. And I know there are others, but that seems to me to be my biggest challenge. And instead of spending time trying to dodge that and trying to find any way I can, because what I would do sometimes would be, if I'm drawing a character, I may do a little bit of metal, get like a little bit of metal texture to it, but it always be tight clothing. But even that has a particular texture. When something is tight on the body, contour, when it's form fitting, that too has a particular texture. But I'm talking about texture that is actually hanging off the body. Like, if you look at this shirt right now, you see how I'm sitting down and the folds of the shirt are a certain way. But if I turn this way, the folds change. If I turn back this way, the folds change again. It's never the same thing. But the texture is different. Now you see how I'm doing this right now, and it's taking certain shapes. But had this been leather, it might not have done that. Had this been wool, it might not have done that. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. So I want to really take the time to dive deep into this. Dive deep into my weakness. I'm just gonna call it what it is. My weakness. Right now, this is the most prominent weakness that I can pick out as an artist that I know I need to attack. Instead of just hiding from it or trying to find ways to go around it, I need to deal with this head on as an artist. I need to deal with this, and I need to really get into it. And I want to see. I want to study. I want to read about it. I want to practice it every chance I get. I want to study it. I want to really dive into the anatomy of textures. That actually could be that could be a good little subject. The anatomy of textures. I like that. I'm gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it that. I just bought a sketchbook. I got a whole bunch of other stuff in there, but this right here can be the challenge that I need. Well, sorry, this will be one of the challenges that I need to deal with in order for me to improve as an artist. The anatomy of textures. Oh, that's dope. I like that. Yep, it's happening. I'm gonna do it. Starting today. Once I'm done with this video and once I'm done with my run, when I get back in the house, I'm gonna read all about it. I'm gonna read as much books as I can, YouTube videos, PDFs, whatever. Because you can learn everywhere now. You don't have to go to a library. You can learn everything right where you are. So take advantage of that. And this is for all the artists who think that there's nothing else to learn. Don't do that. There's always something to learn. Just keep in mind, I'm 33 years old. I've been drawing since the age of 2. That's 31 years under my belt, and I'm just starting to figure out more things I need to improve on. So don't think that because you may be a well-known artist, or you may have sold some artwork, that you don't still have to go in that lab and sit your behind down and just keep working and working and working on a particular aspect of art. Because remember, I said this in previous videos, the word art means skill. That's where the word comes from. Art, A-R-T, comes from the Latin word ars, A-R-S. And that word means skill. And a skill is an ability acquired through rigorous practice. Okay? Rigorous practice. Continuous, hard practice. Consistency in that particular discipline. To the point where you feel confident in that skill, but even if you feel confident in that skill, you still want to maintain it. The same way how a basketball player can make the most unbelievable shots, or can shoot 5,000 jumpers and 10,000 some odd free throws. But that person, the great ones at least, the great ones still go to the gym to practice every single day, because it's a skill that is required by rigorous practice. And it's one thing to be good at something, but it's another thing to stay good at something. And in order to stay good at something, you have to see the flaws in your work. You have to see where you are lacking and improve. And you keep improving until your confidence, to the point where you can, once you've mastered the rules, then you can break them. But because there's always something to learn. There's always something new to learn. There's always something new to learn. So if you're looking at this video, ask yourself that question. What is it that I think I need to work on? What are my weaknesses? And you take all the time you need, or give yourself a deadline. You know what? I think I'm going to give myself a deadline. I'm going to give myself a deadline. I'm going to say, what's this, November? I want to say, I'm going to take, should I say 3 months? Or 3 or 6? 3 or 6. Y'all tell me when this video gets posted. Let me know. 3 to 6 months. Which one? 3 or 6? Now that I said I want to do 6. I want to see if I have the patience. You know what? 6, because I want to see if I have the patience to remain consistent with this idea, with this thought. So I'm giving myself 6 months. I'm gonna practice that. I'm gonna do other stuff, but that will be my main focus is dealing with textures. So yeah, 6 months. 6 months. The anatomy of textures. There you have it. I like it. I like it. All right, so this is Christopher Thomas from the Thomas Gallery, asking all of you to think on what you can improve on and work in that skill. And comment down. Let me know what y'all. Let me know. Have y'all found any weaknesses in your skills? What can you work on? Right? And just take some time out to see if you can. Take some time to see if you can improve on it, and will you take that time and effort to improve on it? All right? Y'all be cool. Peace.